Hey guys, this is Justin. I'm going to be walking you through our LinkedIn content slash demand gen offering here. And I do start by saying LinkedIn first because if you aren't aware yet, we are a LinkedIn centric marketing agency. And so we are actually a LinkedIn ads agency. And our approach to organic content is very, very similar to paid ads. And I think that's a unique advantage for us because we aren't labeling or positioning ourselves or coming from a place of experience from social media where it seems like a lot of people in that space are going after likes, comments, views, and they don't quite understand like the B2B need of this needs to do something positive for us, produce leads, produce a positive ROI. We come at it from a place of running ads with an actual strategy and then taking that framework and moving it over to organic. So I would say starting out, it's helpful to actually see what this looks like on the paid ad side and how that shaped our kind of strategy for the organic. So for LinkedIn paid ads, we actually attack it very similarly. So we'll actually create cold ads that go towards your target demographic that hope to build awareness. But awareness in and of itself is never going to convert to a lead. And that's where a lot of social media management companies fall short. They're good at, you know, building the brand, building awareness, but then they don't quite know what to do when they've captured that attention. So for us, that's just step one. And then once we are growing a personal or company page, they're following. The whole goal after that is to have a plan to nurture that growing following, to build trust and credibility, to build awareness around the problem you solve and the solution you've created, and then position yourself as the experts in the space, and then actually push them to with some sense of urgency as far as this is the cost of not taking action or going with the competitors or of doing nothing. And so as you can see here, when we're running our cold just awareness, getting on the radar, we could spend a decent amount of money, $4,000 here, and get little return conversion value here. But in that nurturing, that retargeting, that working the prospects who have entered the funnel, have clicked on the website and we were retargeting them. It's the same with organic. We get on the radar, we bring them in, we grow your following, and then we're nurturing those. And with this, you can see that with a little investment in that layer, it starts to build momentum and go a long way, having 4 and 5x returns. So on the organic side, we attempt to do something very similar. We will create a strategy. We'll create the graphics and the copy. Either from your personal account if you're doing outreach, or your LinkedIn company page account if you're doing paid ads. We will build that same strategy that seeks to grow your following and then nurture them. But on this side, on the organic side, we're actually really excited about the implications for long term for that, because unlike paid ads where it's X amount of dollars gets you X amount of impressions and X amount of conversions, and it's hard to scale that. It's, you can only optimize it so much. Organic, the more following you get for the same amount of time, money, and effort, you have a greater impact every single month. If you grow, because now it's whatever your spend and time and effort is, gets these results with this following, but you're following those people that you're nurturing and staying in front of is growing each month. So that this approach, much like SEO, gains momentum over time. And so what does that look like? And what are some of the other reasons that, this is really important? Well, if you're running LinkedIn ads, one of the things that we've noticed is there really is a big difference in how well your ads perform, depending on how many followers you have and depending how active you are on LinkedIn. So for a lot of people's customer journey, even if it's a Google ad, they'll check you out on LinkedIn. So a lot of times, this is an ad right here. It's promoted, and it shows the company following, and that inherently allows you, unconsciously probably, to just trust them a little more initially. And it's the same when you have ads from companies with hardly any following. If they have 10, 20 followers, this one has 8,000. But I will see ads, this one has 12,000. I'll see ads in my feed with people that either won't show it because it's too low, or they'll have, 12 followers, 2 followers. And so that inherently makes me trust them a little less. And the other thing that people actually do when they're part of this journey, specifically if they're being targeted with LinkedIn ads, is they'll actually go to that company page, they'll check them out, and they'll look at that company's feed. Are they active? Are they posting? Are they building engagement? So it's also the social proof side of things, from outside people looking in. So even if they're not following your company page, they might still be evaluating how many followers you have and how active you are on the page, to determine if you are a healthy, trustworthy company that's investing in yourself. And then inside that, as you're growing your organic following, your impact grows over time and builds momentum by nurturing those prospects who have entered into following your company page. So having an actual plan of nurturing those new followers with trust and credibility, with awareness around the problem and solution, and building a sense of urgency of why to take action is very important. Um, and as you can see, I mean, here's one that we actually run ads with. They actually have, and they're producing pretty consistent content. They're an SEO company, so they really appreciate the value of a long-term building momentum kind of strategy. And as you can see over time, I mean, the numbers will keep building up. So it's hard to get started, and it builds traction really slowly. But just like SEO and any real good marketing strategy, it's worth the investment over time. It builds trust and credibility. And then at some point, once you cross that threshold of ROI, it just starts to build and build and build a deeper and deeper margin. So what does that look like if you actually become a client with us? So we will actually get to know your company. We will build a content strategy depending on how many posts, per week, per month you're looking to run, and also what assets you already have in place. And then we will create the graphics, create the images. We'll send those over. We'll give you access to kind of a interactive calendar like this, where we'll show you the text of the upcoming post, the image that's going to be used. You'll have the option of approving that, not approving that, of offering. You can open it up. You can offer your own comments, and based on that feedback, we can do revisions. Once it's approved, we'll put it on the calendar and give you access to that, where you'll be able to see your upcoming posts. And again, if you have comments, adjustments, you'll be able to see this view, and you can make comments about, hey, can we change this? Or you can actually, make a quick edit here, and then approve it, and that post, as approved by you, will get published. And then we'll also provide you with the stats, the reporting for how we're doing, the progress we're made, work with you on achieving goals. And so that's kind of how we approach organic content, very B2B results driven, and from the perspective of it has to have a plan to produce positive ROI for you, and something that you can actually invest in and work with you. So that's what we got for you today. Thanks, guys.